intro, characters, and a short preview of Volume 1 and 2. The 7 Magical Adventures of Jenai. The Quest for the Ancient Wisdom Map. A journey within the universe and universal mind. A life-changing and magical adventure education for a new life generation. Rediscover the basics of life science through the world of visionary and mystical fiction. A magical, mystical and educational adventure for young and old, in which our heroine, Jenai, and the reader discover parts of a long-forgotten map called the 7-dimensional Sacred Wisdom Map. This map was created and used by an ancient culture in order to understand the relationship between all things and how everything affects everything. A quest her father started it. In this adventure, Jenai meets Morai Amoro, the messenger of love, a universal and spiritual guide, who lives in Causalia, also called the Upper Crystal Kingdom, in the highest of the 3 crystal mountains, located between the waiting realm and the preparation realm, and invites Jenai on this journey. She becomes enlightened about the love of the eternal life force called Kandu, the higher power, and her real self, being a crystal child of light, the soul within the body, and the deeper meaning of life. All this reminding and confirming Jenai about our universal and spiritual inheritance. Niyama, her grandmother, an old wise woman who lives in the world in between, in a sanctuary on the planet called Vinex, located in the galaxy Gemestos, who represents the wisdom of nature and maturity. Dionyx, a noble disciple of Morai and magical fashion designer, is Morai's chauffeur, operating the golden space carriage, pulled by the Hansas, reminding us about being a good follower and keeping the humor in life's adventure. Together they go into the 7 dimensions of the universe to meet Earthos, Wathiru, Firatos, Eratu, Talcon, Starmaze and Spheron, the 7 keepers of the 7 dimensions of universe and nature, and visiting them in their respective magical realms. In addition, Jenai learns about the 17 keepers of conduct. All this reminding us of the building stones and laws of creation. Jenai's objective is to find the map pieces of the Sacred Wisdom Map and the wisdom of the Sacred Council, representing the guiding forces of universe and nature, reminding and confirming us of our universal inheritance. She's also looking to find back her health and magic in her life after losing her father, seeking ways to assist her sick mother and others confronted with messages of imbalance, and looking for answers to assist the planet Earth, troubled in many ways. Through her adventures, she discovers how everything works in the human body, the mind, and Crystallia, the creation. Jenai is challenged by Kalimobanko, the mind, which assists in order to learn the basic skills, but who is also the one with the many faces, who distracts in endless ways, and doesn't want that she becomes empowered and taking the wisdom map to the planet Earth. Reminding us that the mind can be a great friend, but also our worst enemy. Kalimobanko, the governor of Crystallia, resides in Orania, also called the Lower Crystal Kingdom, in Labyrinth Palace, located on the highest of 7 mountains, overlooking the realm of the Keepers of Matter and the Law-Keepers of the universe, also called the High Realms of the Gods, representing the universal mind and the limited and conditioned mind. Toro, the decoder, residing in a sanctuary on the planet Crippleton, located in the Miron galaxy, and who travels through the shadow world, on his giant eagle. He translates any challenging confrontation from a symbolic point of view, reminding us that everything can be looked at being a guiding message in disguise that needs to be decoded. Jimjara, the master storyteller, residing at Fairy Tale Palace Planet, enhances the many conversations and difficult situations through some of his many stories, reminding us that we can live life as an intended magical and mystical adventure, our own fairy tale. Visiting the sacred archives in one of the galaxies, she meets again all her friends, the keepers of universe and nature, who are also the faculty members of the Magical University of Life, and where all information can be found about the creation. The majority of the 7 stories takes place Jenai age 14 to 21. After each of the 7 stories, the reader gets the opportunity to put together a part of the map through questions regarding various energy connections mentioned in various obvious and hidden ways in the story. The story is an entrance to the basics of life, our latent knowledge on how to live life more harmoniously, showing us to avoid a lot of unnecessary struggle, and presenting us with many gateways to new life adventures where we can become the hero, assisting ourselves and others in any situation at any given time and place. The information presented assists us to look at life from a different perspective and to improve our awareness, get to know why things are happening, how creation and our mind is built, how it all functions, and offering a menu of self-healing choices. The stories are written for preteens and teens and the child within all of us, without intense violence, but with practical and life-enhancing information and messages. Each of the stories depicts the state of our today's world with all its distortions, challenges, and treasures to vital and aware living, a reflection from our mind. Volume 1. The Brotherhood of Pao. Inside the Red Planet, Jenai and her friends meet Ertos, the keeper of the first dimension, and the planet's preservation tribes, the Golots, Dwarfans, Recyclons, Tribanese, and the Securions. This adventure starts at Portigo and Miniac City erected above, and they explore many areas such as Sparacuta, Tribon and the labyrinths of Cyclandor, Ecocania and Darkania, who depict the energy of Earth and solids, with all its contributing and challenging aspects on a physical, mental and emotional level, such as manifesting, grounded, uprooted, control, holding on, letting go, recycling, death and dying, and greed. They are confronted with the Collecterions, a tribe that is very destructive and who are the takers and consumers, consuming the health from their own bodies, others, and the planet. They are trying to capture Jenai, who is seen as a danger because of the prophecy, being a young girl that would come to destroy their empire. In the end, at Darkania, having talks with the Brotherhood of Pao, the Council of the Collecterions, the prophecy becomes true. But actually, the empire destroys itself. Everybody comes to assist after the devastation. Volume 2. The War of the Stiffs. On the road again, to gather more pieces of the wisdom map, Jenai and her friends go to the Orange Planet, located at the Vitality Oasis, the realm of the many sunsets. Viewing the planet from nearby, visiting the flower elves, Jenai observes the surface of the planet that is almost completely covered with water, being oceans and here and there some islands, but again with lakes, rivers, streams and waterfalls. An ocean world with many villages and settlements above as well as below the water surface. Morai, Niama and Direnex, who haven't visited this planet for some time see that there are unusual changes and decide to meet Wathiru at Bomboza and Bamboo Palace, his residents and his tribes being Globekins and Colorkins. They come to know about Robocan, the twin of Wathiru who brought in tribes from other planets, the Sirions called the Stiffs, and the Kyrions called the Lustafarians, and who are in the process to conquer water with their technology. Robocan and his tribes who are destroying the planet also have enslaved most Colorkins and Globekins and undermined their water energy contributions, and disturbing the harmony on the planet. To put together a good rescue plan, they first visit Unwave, Axella, the algae underwater world, Marriage Village on Commitment Island, Liberty City, and the Artist Island. Jenai and her friends come up with a plan to rescue the Globekins and Colorkins and to get rid of the foreign tribes. While doing this, Jenai experiences all the positive and challenging aspects regarding the energy of water and liquids on a physical, mental and emotional level, such as lust, rigidness, addiction, stiff and stubborn, inflexibility, but also commitment, creativity, playfulness, moderation and flexibility. Volume 3, The Golden Hive. Volume 4, The Oxygen Empire. Volume 5, The War of Words. Volume 6, The Tricky Labyrinth. Volume 7, The Going Beyond.